and there's been a longer history, but in 2012 we actually really started in earnest working on what was originally the cinema mode on the initial 4K TVs that came out in 2013. And Sony Electronics really wanted to understand what our creators were doing in color correction, what they were seeing. We have a close facility on a lot of Sony pictures, had a lot of access to talent, and we do work all over the world, of course, but having a very focused group of people was very helpful to be able to explain not just in words, but in pictures, because that's really what this is about, is being able to show and mimic what's actually happening on a professional display, as well as Sony has a professional, the professional display division where they can also collaborate there.
Now you get to work very closely with the creators to be able to display a high-graphic picture on the home screen, but what type of technology are these creators asking for in post-production, and how do the TVs deliver on those?
Well, yeah, that's
Basically,
yes. You're always asking for, I want the X300, but I want it bigger. That's across the board.
100%.
Everybody says that's fantastic, but it's only a 30-inch display. It's very expensive as well. So that's it. Just I want that bigger. And
That's the American way.
It's the American way, but at the same time, I guess
Big Mac. It's already called the Big Mac.
But these displays are now actually able to provide a picture that's coming close to that professional display that really embodies that bigger experience. And in the home, obviously, it's a little different than in a tightly controlled environment in a color correction. So, but there's a reason to have it bigger, and it's a fantastic experience.
Right. So you guys have this great phrase that's lens to living room.
Right.
So what can Sony products offer in the production process that nobody else can?
Well, I also call it camera couch. Lens to living room is, hoity-toity, kind of camera couch.
That's the Target version of Target.
Exactly. Sony is able to have products from capture, like I was discussing, to professional displays, not just BVM, but Sony's had a long history of being basically the standard for professional display with their BVM series and PVM series, going back to older broadcast monitors. I mean, they've been around forever in that side of the business. But certainly today in HDR production, like I said, the BVM X300 has become the standard for HDR production that everyone's using. Netflix uses, Amazon, all those facilities that we work with have to have one of these in order to do production, because it is what we consider our reference. And so being able to shoot, produce, and then finally deliver content to Sony televisions, it is an ecosystem that really no one else has.
Yeah, an entire production can be done solely with Sony Electronics.
Okay.
And we just get that monitor from the editor's room
Yes.
into the living room. That's
Eventually.
what the series are trying to do, right?
We're almost there.
No. So we've clearly been talking a lot. We've been using this phrase, the creator's intent. We're trying to get you the creator's intent. So I'm excited to finally talk to one of these creators whose intent we're trying to get across. It's your turn. So as a creator, can you give an example of how these TVs are better able to deliver your creative intent to the viewers?
We had this thing, so they brought us in for a demonstration, and I'm not a shill for any particular thing, but there was this, I had my own hashtag condo.
Yeah.
I know, right? Yeah, exactly. Which I'd never heard before, and I actually had that when I watched this demonstration. So they brought us in, and I had my VFX team with us as well, just to see how this was going to work, and they had the super expensive, what is it, $30,000
The BVM X300, yeah.
that we spend hundreds of hours working on, and then normally you go home and you watch your TV and you go, yeah, it's pretty close, and it's not quite what I had there, and then they turned on this TV, and we stood there, and it was exactly the same as this thing, but in this thing that I could buy. I can buy at some point, right? I can buy this. To the thing, but it was this. the color and the quality of this thing was exactly the way that we spent all that time doing it. And I've never personally had that experience before where you feel satisfaction like that. You always feel like you have to have a small bit of compromise. And it was...
So you're a true artist.
Never satisfied. Never satisfied.
An artiste.
Yes.
I mean, I had that, when they revealed the TVs and the sloth came on, I was like, that sloth never looked so good. Like, that sloth looked better on that TV than the sloth looks in real life.
I think this is his number like that.
Yeah. You know the sloth?
Yeah,
You know
The slot had a little work done.
Yeah.
Good looking sloth. Okay, so when you're creating entertainment for Netflix, you know that most of the viewers are going to be watching it at home and not in a traditional theater or cinema. So how does that change the production and the creative process? And do you have to make any sacrifices in the creative process because of that?
I mean, we never have to make sacrifices because, Netflix has always encouraged us to just go for it and do everything that we want to do, and they're incredibly supportive of that.
And that's why they have 1 zillion Emmy nominations.
That's how I know, congratulations.
Yeah.
Hey, so, but what I worry about more is, will the audience have to make any sacrifices? Because, we strive to get these things to work in a very specific way, and it would be unfortunate if the audience did not get to have that full experience that we did. So we don't make sacrifices, and now I think with this TV, it really feels to me like the audience won't have to give them any either.
That's good. I don't like making sacrifices.
I-
You like making sacrifices?
I think that's a big part, though. Zach, and as I had said, the creators spend an inordinate amount of time, sometimes maybe too much time,
Possibly.
nitpicking over every little detail that is in their show. And, that, to not be able to get that at the end of the day in the home is very, challenging for the creators, because this is not just something that they threw out there. This is a labor of love. It's a work of art, and you need to be able to experience it the way that they saw it.
Especially, now so many shows have a lot of visual effects.
Absolutely.
And that is one element that is not lit perfectly. It doesn't have the right motion blur. It doesn't have the right, those deep blacks. That can really affect things in a way that we weren't having to battle that for a long time. We were just, hey, here's 2 people in the office having a scene, they're going to talk. Now we're creating brand new worlds, and the color and contrast and all those things are, in my part, is great.
Right.
I already got to see one of the demos where it was up against, another high-end TV, and you watch, we were watching Pan, I think, and I remember looking at it and going, that looks great, and then you look at it on this TV and you're like, never mind.
Yeah.
You're like you don't, as the viewer, you don't realize you're getting less quality or what was not intended. And then when you see it, it's not, like you never know you wanted it until as soon as you see it. You're like, that's all I wanted.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. Okay, so how important is it to you to have your vision and your intention accurately reflected in the finished product?
I mean, it's strange, again, I haven't heard this term before today, but the condo thing is, am I saying that right?
Yeah, absolutely.
That is actually a thing that you want the audience to feel. And if what they're getting visually isn't precise, it might affect that feeling. So if we're doing a scene that is, it's scary, or it's suspenseful, or it's about joy, or if it's about sadness, the actual picture quality affects that. We had a scene in episode 9, it was in this dark cave, and it's supposed to be very dark, and I want to hide certain things that I don't want you to see yet. And if your TV is calibrated differently, if it's a lot brighter, it might reveal that big scare moment, a half beat earlier because it's a little bit brighter and you can kind of see it. And so that can really affect the storytelling and change things. I never really realized that until watching this demonstration. I'm like, oh my God, it's actually a bit of a different experience watching the show.
I think that's also, sound goes along with that, right? It's part of the emotional experience that you have, emotional response, and high dynamic range, especially with your show. I mean, it's fantastic. HDR we've had many conversations about HDR. What is HDR? You talk about the technical things, but I think the best term for it is content, right? You have a visceral reaction to these images that is much more difficult to describe than to feel.
I was telling my kids about it actually when I watched this thing, and I came home. I have a daughter, 2 daughters, one's 14 and one's 11. And I was telling them about this new TV, and then they said to me, so Dad, so you can watch the show again.